I'm秦小奋Onniy. Welcome to my channel. The keyword I'm going to talk about today is ambition. Ambition seems to be a positive word for men, but you know what? It is always a dirty word for women. I will be the CEO of the company. Oh, of course, you're bossy, pushy, selfish, and alright, you have been 30 but haven't got married. Too often, ambitious women are viewed as pushy, selfish, and unlikable. It's not the success that is so off-putting, but desire for something more that seems to inspire feelings of disdain. Oh, sure, it's okay to say you were successful because of luck. You were in the right place at the right time, you got a foot in the door because you knew so and so. But once you imply, or better yet state, that you actually deserve it because you worked so hard, it's not socially acceptable. The implication is that women don't deserve to want more. Women don't deserve to dream big. You know, I'm a teacher working in high school. I sometimes wonder that there are more than 200 teachers in the school and 80% of them are women. But why are the headmaster and 4 other assistant principals men? Actually, this does not exist only in my school, but many other fields in the workplace. There are so many excellent women, but the ones getting senior jobs are always men. Warren Buffett once said that he competed against only half of the population. Why is that? Do women really not deserve to dream big? Do ambitious women have to be judged? How do women lose their ambition? Today, more and more parents have the same expectations for both of girls and boys. Even 10 years ago, when I was in college, students of both genders seemed equally focused on academics. Girls seldom thought about their future career different from the boys and rarely talked about someday balancing work and children. Girls and boys competed openly and aggressively with one another in class activities and job interviews. Recent years, girls are even increasingly outperforming boys in the classroom, earning about 52% of the undergraduate and 54% of the master's degree in 2020 in China. There is no doubt that women have the skills to lead in the workplace. However,
做题都知道 however 一出现前面都是废话。
10 years after my college graduation, the situation is totally different. More male students get senior jobs than female students. What happened during the 10 years? First, during the same years that women's careers demanded maximum time investment, their biology demanded that they have children. Second, women's partners did not share the housework and child rearing, so they found themselves with 2 full-time jobs. Third, the workplace did not evolve to give women the flexibility they needed to fulfill their responsibilities at home. So for women, integrating professional and personal aspirations proved far more challenging than they had imagined. What is leadership ambition gap? A study in 2019 found that there are 70% of women in the workforce in China, more than any other countries in the world. But there are only 18% being promoted to leadership positions. The pipeline that supplies the educated workforce is chock full of women at the entry level. But by the time that the same pipeline is filling leadership positions, it is overwhelmingly stocked with men. One important contributor to this difference is leadership ambition gap. In field after field, more men than women aspire to the most senior jobs. A 2012 McKinsey survey found that 36 of the men wanted to reach the C-suite, compared to only 18% of the women. When jobs are described as powerful, challenging, and involving high levels of responsibility, they appeal to more men than women. Even more men than women describe themselves as ambitious, self-confident leaders, visionaries, and willing to take risks. Why do women see ambition as a dirty word? She is very ambitious is not a compliment in our culture. Men are continually applauded for being ambitious and powerful and successful. But women who display these same traits often pay a social penalty. Female accomplishments come at a cost. There is always a sort of pressure for women to keep an eye on marriage from a young age. As much as some women's parents emphasize their academic achievement, they emphasize marriage even more. Have you ever been told that most eligible women marry young to get a good man before they are all taken? Marriage was the first and necessary step to a happy and productive life for a woman, and how many of you had given up a promising job in big cities because your parents found an eligible man for you in your hometown? Even for many divorced women, no matter what they accomplish professionally, it pales in comparison to their divorce. If a woman pays much attention to her career or chooses career over her boyfriend, her friends may express shock. Her relatives may ask, "Are you worried that you will never get married?" And some other people may remind her, "There aren't many guys like that out there." The result of these negative reactions is that many women still see ambition as a dirty word.
Why 吃鱼的爸爸最能干，吃鱼的妈妈最漂亮？
I know there are biological differences between men and women, and many of you may tell me that there is far more to life than climbing a career ladder for women, and many women are deeply committed to their jobs but not have to aspire to be a leader. I know you have your choice, but are you sure it is your choice or someone else makes your choice? In a survey of US adults by Pew Research Center, the top 3 traits or characteristics that society values most in men were: top 1, honesty or morality, and second one, professional or financial success, and the third one, ambition or leadership. While the top 3 qualities valued in women were: top 1, physical attractiveness, second one, empathy, nurturing, kindness, and third one, intelligence. How individuals view what they can and should accomplish is in large part formed by our society expectations. So actually, women's desire for leadership is largely a culturally created and reinforced trait. From the moment we're born, boys and girls are treated differently. Girl babies' rooms are pink, while boy babies' rooms are blue. Parents believe that girls need to be helped more than boys. Mothers often spend more time comforting and hugging infant girls and more time watching infant boys play by themselves. You may have seen baby sponsors proclaiming smart like daddy for boys and pretty like mommy for girls. I remember a very popular advertisement in my city when I was a kid.
吃鱼的爸爸最能干，吃鱼的妈妈最漂亮，吃鱼的孩子最聪明。
These messages, to a certain extent, suggest girls that power and ambition have nothing to do with them. Even worse, when a girl tries to lead, she is often labeled bossy, a word which is seldom used to describe a boy. Young women internalize societal cues about what defines appropriate behavior, like being pretty like mommy and encouraged to be nurturing like mommy. This happens to boys too. If you see a boy steps into a toy store and wants to buy a doll, what will you think? Some girls like superheroes, some girls like princess. Some boys like superheroes, some boys like princess. So why do all the girls have to buy pink stuff and all the boys have to buy different color stuff? So most leadership positions are held by men. So women don't expect to achieve them, and that becomes one of the reasons they don't. The same is true with pay. Men generally earn more than women, so people expect women to earn less. And they do. This is not a gender difference. It is stereotype threat. For example, stereotypically, boys are better at math and science than girls. This discourages girls and women from entering technical fields and is one of the key reasons that so few study computer science. So it is said in computer science department, there are more Daves than girls. How many pretty mommies are there? Very few. Most women have no choice but to remain in the workforce. About 52% of women are co-breadwinners and earn majority or at least half of their family's earnings. Another 29% of women contribute at least a quarter of the family's earnings in China. And here is the funniest part. The stereotype of a working woman is rarely attractive. Popular culture has long portrayed successful working women as so consumed by their careers that they have no personal life. Besides, the society hasn't made enough efforts to make parents take care of their children and stay in the workplace. I don't understand. Physical attractiveness is the top expectation for women, and ambition is a dirty word for women. but nearly 19% of the women have to work. Meanwhile, the society sets a lot of obstacles on women's career ladder. And don't forget, women are the ones to be pregnant and give babies. And at last, you, including some women themselves, define the women who balance work and life well, pretty at best, are good women. Who are you? Most women are not thinking about having it all, but worried about losing it all. Their jobs, their children's health, their families in financial stability, because of the regular conflicts that arise between being a good employee and a responsible parent. For many men, the fundamental assumption is that they can have both, a successful professional life and a fulfilling personal life. For many women, the assumption is that trying to do both is difficult at best and impossible at worst. Women are told over and over again that they have to choose. Frame an issue as work-life balance as if the two were completely opposed. Practically ensures work will lose out. Who would ever choose work over life? We know how to settle this. Husband and wife share financial and childcare responsibilities. Less guilty moms, more involved dads too. But this is not the key to the problem. The key is fear. Why do women fear ambition? Society's misguided perceptions and expectations are what make many women fear ambition. Fear is the biggest barrier that women face. Fear of not being liked, fear of making the wrong choices, fear of being judged, fear of failure, and the greatest fear, the fear of being a bad mother, wife, or daughter. Studies show that men tend to avoid female partners with characteristics usually associated with professional ambition. Single women fear being viewed as undesirable mates. Compared to all other groups, single women reported being less likely to take on leadership roles, ask for a raise, make sales pitches, and speak up at meetings. How to make a change? How can we change society's distorted view of ambitious women? By creating new rules. In Deborah Condren's book, Ambition is Not a Dirty Word, she outlines 8 ambitious rules that provide specific, innovative solutions to the everyday struggles women face. These include things like take credit, deflecting detractors, and handling confrontation. Be brave, be bold, go after your dreams, hold your head up high, and don't apologize for ambition or success. You own it yourself and work to make the contribution you were born to make. And yes, you deserve it. Without fear, women can pursue professional success and personal fulfillment, and freely choose one, or the other, or both. Ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid? I shared it with you guys here. It's just on the way to overcome the fear. Okay, this is all for this video. Wish you have a life you pursue, and you can still find me here, and you can still find me on 公众号 and bye bye.
希望你给我点个赞哟。你也可以收藏我的视频，并且关注我哟。